Welcome, Solara here. Happy new moon in Pisces. I hope you guys are doing well today. I want to take a moment to thank each and every one of you for being here. Thank you if you're new. Thank you if you are a returning subscriber or you're just returning for more information. You're welcome here. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for your comments, your likes, your subscribes, your emails, and your booking me for services. And for those of you who ordered the new moon in Pisces report. Okay. I'm sensing a lot of fuckery. I just want to get into it. I want to see what's going on. I did a shorter reading on TikTok, which was kind of like a continuation of some of the energies I've been picking up on yesterday in the original reading I did on TikTok, and then the reading that I did later, the pure reading I did that was like 45 minutes, I think. That was a follow-up on like delving deeper into energies on a mini reading I'd done on TikTok. And when I did another mini reading on TikTok earlier, it was more of that energy. So you might want to check that out, or you might just want to check this reading out, or last night's reading if this is your first time here. If you're interested, I will put my TikTok information below. I'm there as Solara with an H _speaks. No, reads. Sorry, 0044 on my clock. I like this already. So I'm Solara with an H _reads on TikTok, okay? Okay, so we're going to go into the oracles of shadow and light because this and the Kipper deck be telling Urabada's business, right? Right. Ooh, somebody who's been trying to access someone's Akashics once again. Once again, I feel it. I felt it in my neck. They showed me just now. Someone was trying to access someone's Akashics again. When will they learn? When will they learn? There's been a lot of fuckery around this new moon. And you know what? I'm used to these moon phases and the fuckery, but I don't know if I am, in all frankness. I am, but I'm not. Because, like, it shouldn't surprise me the way it does, but whatever. Let's see. Yeah. Ghost people. Faceless ghost and the haunted girl. Ghost people. Ghost people. This is somebody trying to energy harvest. This is what this card is about. Somebody who is not able to make their own energy, trying to come and take it from somebody who does. There was some kind of attempted invasion. Yep, I see clearly. You see clearly. If you saw it in your dreams or if you've already been picking it up today, you see clearly. Winged seer. Not only that, but you have a lot of angelic help that is letting you see clearly, letting you see these things too. They're showing you these things. So don't doubt it if these messages are coming through. Fairy of the divine hand, intoxication, distorted view, overindulgence. This is what they were trying to cast on you too. I've been feeling a lot of fuckery with the crown today. I was feeling it yesterday with the third eye, trying to mess with people's dream state. But then again, whenever you're messing with the third eye, it's almost always an invasion of the crown also. But in dream state, I was picking up a lot of third eye invasion, but today I'm picking up a lot of crown, a lot of confusion, a lot of illusion energies being cast towards people to take them out of the reality of who they are or who they've become or who they've actually begun to access again. So many of you have done the hard work of healing and reclaiming the truth of who you are in spite of all of the conditioning, the programs, the abuse, the narcissistic templates, the karmic situations. You've been able to tune back into who you are. And this energy that is being thrown right now, it's like it wants you to doubt. It wants you to doubt your path. It wants you to doubt the validity of your journey. It wants you to doubt where you're going. It wants you to doubt your divinity. It wants you to doubt everything. And this is all projections that people are throwing. But there was this energy, again, that I was picking up. This is like somebody who has been whoever this person is that's trying to feed off of you and to connect with you again. And in order to do that, they're casting these illusions. It's like what I was seeing, because I allowed myself to dream today. That was my like new moon in Pisces meditation kind of thing. But what I was seeing is it's somebody who, in order to cloak themselves in your energy, obviously you cannot be in your truth, because if you are in your truth, you are totally plugged in and you've taken back your own stuff. You've taken back your own power. You've taken back your own glow. You've taken back your own creativity. You've taken back everything that belongs to you. And it's like this person, in order to get what it is that they feel they want or they need from you, in order to cloak themselves in some kind of persona that they've created and built, right? They have to cause you to descend. They have to take you back into a place of confusion and doubting yourself, because they need you to start creating your reality from that lower vibration again, because then and only then are they able to thrive off of plugging into your energy. But here's a really interesting thing, is that even if in their attacks you've been feeling low today in any way, you should know that they've already been shut off from your energy anyway. So, and this is what my guides keep on showing me, and I've said it in other videos before, we have reached a point in the ascension wherefore, as long as you are connected with your divine truth and your power, and you are living that out to the best of your ability, a lot of these energies, when they come towards you, these spells that they cast, these illusions that they throw, all we are dealing with a lot of the time is the residual effects. And the reason it's allowed in our fields is because there's something that it's doing for us. You've got to believe that this is all divinely aligned. There is something that it is still working in you. Okay? What do I mean by that? And that's not for me to excuse anyone's behavior or abuse or any of that. That's not what I'm saying at all. What I mean when I say that is every single time they come into your fields now, you have reached a level of protection where what they are actually trying to accomplish and achieve, they cannot. But they're going to continue to try, because for one thing, they're arrogant, for another thing, they're desperate, and some of them, their judgment is that they don't see this, or they're unaware of why things are returning. They still don't see you in all your glory. That's part of their judgment too. They're going to see that later on, okay? And that's going to be part of their judgment also, right? But the whole point of still allowing some of this energy into your field, and it's going to enter into your fields to the degree of which there's still something that you need to see or access or activate, is because the only way to get back the things that you've stolen is to have that kind of, the things that they've stolen, is to have that interaction, that interfacing with you energetically. I'll give you an example. A person I know who is a narcissist, who had been siphoning off of myself and my children. And when my guides let me know who this person was and what it was they were doing, they still sent that person back into my reality. And I couldn't avoid being around them because of my circumstances. And I was like, at this point, I knew what they were up to, but I still had to be around them. And my guides started to speak to me. And I also had a mentor at the time who confirmed this. And they said to me, this person has stolen so much from you and your children that they must come back into your energy as part of their judgment. They must come back in order that whatever it is that they've taken, it can be transferred back to you on an energetic level. And that's what began the process of the return. Okay? So a lot of the time when these people are still coming into your energy fields, it's because there's something about the cycle that isn't altogether done. Okay? And bear in mind also, because this isn't you're not doing something right, like a victim shape. Not at all. Not at all. Part of what it is that some of you hold such potent energies and gifts that they've taken from you over the ages. And some of them are like, I've heard other readers say it, and I've picked up on it too, the energy that's happening right now is that some of them are going and they are delving into what would be considered forbidden magic, like magic that they've never, only to be used in desperate situations and really not to be used at all, hence the reason why it's called forbidden. But here's the thing. because they've taken it from you, right? And because you have lived for lifetimes without access. The only way to get it back is actually by introducing it into energy, is by introducing it into the collective energy and letting a certain amount. It's almost like the theory of homeopathy, which they turned into a vaccination, or better still, if you think about incarnation, like, why do we incarnate into the situations? Why do we choose the situations that we choose? Well, in this ascension, part of it was because we needed to, part of our mission was to come and to help certain family lines that were really fucked to expand their consciousness so they could ascend if they wanted to. But instead of doing that, they took us and they martyred us instead, right? Or scapegoated us and got things materially and status and access and reputation and all that other stuff instead of healing and dealing with themselves so they could be with us now, rising. But here's the thing. Without incarnating into certain energies, you cannot transcend the karma from a lifetime before. So, for example, if you died and you had in your heart a lot of shame around the way you lived in that lifetime, or you had a lot of other people's projected shame upon you because you were being energetically bound. Let's just say you died and you had in your energy field a lot of shame, right? That needed to be transmuted in this lifetime so you could ascend. The only way to come into this lifetime, because you had to come through the veil of forgetfulness, right? The only way for you to re-access those energies that you had to transmute was if you were put in situations where other people brought that out. So in order to transmute your shame, you had to choose situations where you would be shamed. And a lot of the time we had to continually do that because we weren't getting the message. And there's a process and there's a divine order to all of these things. There are other things we're accumulating also. So a part of what is happening right now, at least this is how my guides have explained it to me, is that a lot of the shit they're throwing at you, for one thing, they're throwing some really, really potent stuff that once upon a time would have destroyed you. And now it's making you, it might be making you tired, it might be making you sick, it might be having an effect on you. And for some of you, it might not have an effect at all. For some of you, you're over this part of the journeys, and that's amazing. Well done if that's you. But for others of you, like, you are at the very end of this cycle, and as you move to the very end of this cycle, it's where they try to pick up the battle to try and do everything they can to get you back, even though technically the battle's already been won because the line has already been drawn in the sand. You are out of bounds. The fact that they keep on attacking you and you're out of bounds, like what I was feeling in the beginning, somebody trying to access someone's Akashics and not being able to, the fact that they keep on doing that is their own stupidity, their ignorance, their judgment. But what it's affording you is the opportunity to get something back. You're getting back your power with every attack. You're getting back deeper knowledge and wisdom about who you are with every attack. You're learning more about their strategy with every attack, which is there for you to have a deeper understanding of your own energy and how it works. You're getting an education right now because there's nothing that they can do for as long as you are walking in the fullness of your divine alignment and truth to take you off your throne again. But that's not going to stop them from trying for now. But again, like I said, it's all in divine order. And this Pisces season, like, there's a really interesting dual energy that's happening right now from what I've been seeing and experiencing, and even in the lead up. And I wrote about this in the New Moon in Pisces PDF report that I published over the weekend. Is that there is this energy of like, there's a darkness, the grave darkness of the duality that has to do with the hidden enemies and the karmic nature of the 12th house in Pisces energy. But then on the other hand, you also have the the higher octave of Pisces energy, which is also being helped with the Neptunian energy, which is giving us the ability to access our spiritual gifts on a level we've never been able to do so before. But it's also giving us the ability to dream and to make our dreams, what we thought were our dreams, to make it real in our lives on the earth plane. So of course it would stand to reason that because that's the higher vibrational or the more evolved way this energy is playing out, right? That would be the very area where we would come under attack, right? So because we are being given the gift right now and the energies to dream big, that's the very area where they're wanting to come in with their arrows and be like, dream big. No, you don't get to have dreams. You get to stay in the same position you've always been the whole time. And I get to step on you still and be who it is that I think I need to be, or project into the world, utilizing your divine resources. Get back into your corner. Who do we have? We're here. Out trick-or-treating. So yeah, this is, again, whenever I see this card with this this pumpkin head, it always speaks to me again of this sacral, of this attempt to harness from the sacral chakra. But here's the thing, and this is what was happening, what was helping us to get ready for this, like even with the messages that were coming through about 2 weeks ago, I think it was, I released the sacral chakra, what was it? It was the decree that I wrote and released about a week ago, right? Reclaiming your own power over your sacred energies, which is your sacral chakra, because a lot of the time it's the harvesting comes through there. It's like the canal through which it comes through, but the solar plexus is what they're taking. The sacral is the canal through which it comes through. So there was a reading that came up about 2 weeks ago where we were being called to break oaths and vows, and then it became even more succinct later on, and it was about specifically your sacred energies. I say all of this because this person is coming back, not recognizing, whether you did the decree with me or not, it doesn't matter, okay? There's something here where, because of the work you've done, right, they are not able to take. They tried to go into your Akashics, they couldn't access. They tried to bind you in dream state. If this message is for you, I'm assuming or presuming that either in the past few nights you have dreamt about this person, but whatever it was that they were up to, you were not supposed to see, and you did. Okay? And even if you didn't see it in dream state, it occurred in dream state, and somewhere, somehow, your guides have made it known to you with this winged seer energy. Because whatever it is that this person is, of course, it's trying to bring, it's trying to pull you into the cycle again. It's trying to keep you out from graduating, because this Pisces season, it's the last season before we go into the astrological new year. And when the sun enters into Aries this year, it is like the proclamation of our sovereignty as divine beings. And so there's a really interesting energy that, and I don't know how it's going to play out. I just know how I've been shown it, and that is that there is this profound ability to connect with magic right now. But then there's also that darkness of these karmic energies, and a lot of them are these entities that have existed and fed off of your energy. These are like the monster energies that have been at the root of all of this, beyond the people and the faces and the orders and the corporations. These are the big guys, right? it's like we're facing that battle still. We're protected. We're on like the other side of the glass to some extent, you know, but it's still, that war is still, that anger, that those tantrums, that shit is still being thrown, you know. And I've been picking up today on a lot of spying energy, whether it's psychic spying, which of course would be the trying to tap into the Akashics. I've been picking up a lot of energy of people wanting to people, energies, entities, factions, groups, corporations wanting to peer into what it is that's going on with you, but really wanting to peer into contracts. Like, what are the new contracts coming up, or the new opportunities that you have coming up? There's a lot of confusion energy, a lot of chaos and confusion. That's what I know. And all of it, the way I've been noticing it playing out this week, because last week it was interesting. Last week I felt there was this energy of chaos and confusion that was scattered with like all of these petty hexes. I spoke about it, like constantly feeling like your house could never be clean. Like you clean it up and there's constant messes, like things like that, like to keep you ever distracted. This is a more, I don't want to say it's a more potent energy, but it's a more aggressive energy. It's like it's an energy of destruction. It's like they are using entities and energies of destruction. So they're trying to destroy shit. Okay? This is the energy of chaos, destruction, accidents. Again, for many of you, this is a family situation. Again, they had full conscious awareness. They read the T's and C's and they did it anyway. Wicked. Okay, they read the terms and conditions. They knew what they were signing you up for. This is a situation not where someone's unconsciously like housing an entity. This person knows what they're doing. They intentionally groomed you for abuse. So for those of you who've been in nonstop abusive energies, abusive relationships, abusive situations, you were groomed for that because they needed you at this low resonance. They needed you at this low vibration constantly so they could cloak yourself in their energy. And you have to understand and overstand that if this has been going on for some of you since childhood, would they intentionally groomed you for abuse? Because the grooming happens a lot of the time with children. If this happened to you since childhood, you have to understand and overstand that this person doesn't even have the ability to do what it is that they do without your energy at this point. For some of you, you've been transmuting someone's sickness. For others of you, they've been stealing directly from your solar plexus in order to cloak themselves in a certain way, or they've been giving your energy. They've been giving others access to your solar plexus energy in order that they be cloaked. Either way, the losing of you means they're fucked. Whether it's their health that's fucked, their finances, their reputation, they're fucked. We have throat block, attack, or distortions. So trying to silence you, but really what the throat is again that energy of confusion. When they send confusion, it's hitting the upper chakras, but the throat is causing you to doubt your truth and trying to stop you from accessing your truth so you can live your truth and you can speak your truth. The throat chakra is so much deeper than just your voice or speaking. It's about accessing the frequency of truth. Do you get how significant that is? If you cannot access the frequency of truth, then you are living a lie. You are living in deception. You are living below your value. You are able to be casted upon. You are able for illusions to be cast upon you and then for you to fall prey to them. And this is the point. Trying to trap you in shame so you betray self and choose them or their way. So yesterday this was coming out in the sense that it was like trying to get you into a corner and make you feel it as if there's no other way out but to either go back to a situation or to betray yourself. And and it's not true. And so in the way this might be presenting itself for you is that it's like whoever you're dealing with, who knows you intricately and intimately. They know you emotionally and psychologically, but they also have a very clear comprehension of of course, your astrological profile and what you're here to do, and even your contracts, because it's like that's why they were trying to get into your Akashics. They're trying to figure out what contracts you're still in. They're trying to figure out what may have changed contractually that is causing any kind of because for many of these people, even though they will not what's the word, they won't surrender, whatever it is they have been throwing at you, this is not the first time it's not working. It keeps on not working, but it's like their arrogance for a lot of them doesn't want them to see that the reason is because it can't be done anymore because of who you are. What you have to understand and overstand about this is that the reason they don't want you accessing the frequency of truth is because they can't. They don't even have the ability at this point. They done sold themselves up the river and tried to sell everyone else up the river too. They've done lost their light. They've lost their light quotient to a point where it's not retrievable this lifetime. And you need a certain amount of light in order to access the frequency of truth. It's out of bounds. They're not able to access it. And so, by proxy, they are living in complete deception. And again, that is part of their judgment. So their arrogance is deception. Their belief that you are not powerful is deception. The belief that you haven't healed is their deception. The belief that they are better than you and they are more worthy of your energy and they know how to use it better than you is, again, their deception. And they're trying to pull you into that too. Because for as long as you are or you were deceived, they could control you. Because the frequency of deception is low. The vibration of deception is low. That's why everything in this matrix construct sought to keep us in states of deception. And the most dangerous state of deception, 111 on my clock, is self-deception. That's what I was talking about partially with that Leviathan energy, and how so many so-called spiritual beings will be taken under by these energies, or we'll have to go around the wheel another time because they refuse to see. They're still in denial of the fact that this energy or this entity could be connected to them in any way, when in truth, we all were contracted to this entity, but it's their pride and their arrogance and the illusions of the matrix and what it means to be holy and divine that keep them from seeing this, right? Here we have it coming out again. It came out in a download yesterday, and it came out in the reading, and now it's coming out for a third time. Spiritual black market things. This person is trying to wheel and deal you. And again, like yesterday, I mentioned that for some of you, this is the closing of a 7-year contract. And it's not a 7-year contract that happened and it was only 7 years. It's like they recontracted you 7 years ago. For some of you, it was a 9-year contract. They recontracted you. Okay? They already had you bound up in contracts that you were not aware of. And then they recontracted you through more astral binding and sacrifice and all that other stuff. And now it's almost like they're trying to recontract you again. It's like, how stupid must you be at this point? It's tied up to do with some kind of finances, deals they've had falling through, their ability to monetize what it is they do. We have mad because you peaked their game, but it's in reverse. And we have at the bottom, you are protected by beings of darkness and light. This came out again earlier on today. This means that no matter what, no weapons formed against you can prosper. And again, that doesn't mean the weapons won't be formed. It just means they won't prosper. They won't take root and take momentum and create a reality outside of the one you are working on creating for yourself. It might cause disruption, delay, but even in that, you're protected, and it doesn't do what it is that they're trying to do. I'm interested with this mad because you peaked their game coming out in reverse. For some of you, and I was getting this energy yesterday and very strongly this morning, what this card is showing me is that they are aware that their ability to cloak themselves and hide themselves from you is going, because everything they do requires energy, especially in the spirit. And for one thing, we're living in the time in ascension where there is no real veil anymore. So those of you who are tuned and tapped in, you don't have to work as hard to see what is happening behind the so-called veil as you did before, because technically, for as long as you are, psychically in tune, there is no veil. There is no veil. So, and that's because of the ascension and the quotient of light now on the planet, right? But simultaneously, some of them, because they're being stripped of their power, like I told you yesterday, every time they do these workings, they're being stripped more and more of their gifts, their talents, their powers, and their ability. And why is that? Because every time they come into your fields and they are casting these spells, they're giving up their power to you. They're giving it up to you. And so they're losing their ability to magically cloak themselves too. And this is all part of the big plan, because eventually there will be no veil for anyone. There will be no way they can cloak, because how they present in spirit is how they will present on the earth, because this is what's happening right now. What has always been written in the heavens is being made known now without interference on the earth plane. In other words, who you truly are and have always been is now making itself known on the earth plane, and there's no stopping it. And who they are, and have, for many of them, have always been, because some of these beings aren't even people, it's going to be made known on the earth too. Like, skin suits and illusions are something. Let's put it that way. Let's put it that way. Where shall we go? Where shall we go? Where shall we go? I feel like I'm supposed to go into the empowering questions deck. If we're already 33 minutes in, I think I'm going to cut it out short, because I am kind of tired today. Oh, but Kipper is calling my name. Kipper is calling my name. Okay. And I wanted to go into some tarot. Let's see if we can do both real quickly. Poverty, yeah. We got poverty, and then we had courtship come at the bottom. Again, this is the energy, again, of the wanting to know what contracts you have coming in, because for some of you, as you end this cycle, you are opening up to the possibility and the opportunities of divine partnerships, whether they be romantic, platonic, or otherwise, whereby this energy that they've been stealing from you and cloaking themselves in, and the access that they've had, etc., it's going to be closed off to them forever. And this is especially the case for those of you who they've been using your sacred energy to fuel their projects. Or their persona, or whatever it is they're using it for, because when you come into sacred union with your divine partner, that automatically puts like a lock on that. This is why so many of them don't want you coming into union too. For one thing, it's you are ushering in the energies of the new earth faster, just through the what it is you access in one another, right? Through the sharing of the love, the divine love that you have. That's one thing. But on another level, it means that because most of the time it's the divine beings that they have been harnessing the most. It's us that have created this reality unknowingly, because we've been bound, because we've been used, because we've been siphoned. And so when we come together with our divine partners, our sacred energy is for our unions, right? It's almost like showing me, like it's almost like it's in the clause. Like for many of you, it's like written in the clause. You come together with your divine partner when you both have reached a certain level of healing. Your sacred energies are only for the two of you to use in whatever way you choose to use them to benefit yourself and the earth. And that means no more access. And if you watched the video I spoke about this yesterday, some of you have been fueling people in industries. I'm going to leave it at that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. We have wealthy man coming out. There's somebody who, and then we have coffin at the bottom. I'm getting a double message. For some of you, this wealthy man or wealthy person, this is the energy of somebody or people who have become wealthy off of your frequency, and the losing of that means death for them. It means poverty for some. This man is smack in the middle of poverty in the coffin. I said that at the beginning. For some of them it means death. For others of them it means a complete poverty. For others it means complete loss of reputation. It's a complete loss of whatever it is that your energy brought them. But for others of you, there might be some kind of a person stepping on the scene that's going to instigate all of this, whether it's a divine partner, an informant, and this person might just, be a person of means. This person will be coming in to bring in transition and transformation. Number 13 is a death card. So either way, there's death. Death of a cycle, death of an era, possible death of a person. And I'm getting that very strongly right now, guys. I'm not going to lie. I don't like to wish this stuff on anyone, and I'm not wishing it. It's just what I've been shown. The people who have gone ahead and are doing this kind of shit again on this new moon in Pisces, when we are at the end of this cycle and you have already been sealed off and energetically you are out of bounds, it's like they are signing their own death certificate right now. And again, for some of them, that is their judgment. Because we are in hanged man energy. This is sentencing time. This is energetically, this is what is happening. People are being sentenced. What is going to be your sentencing as we move forward? For you as a divine being, your sentencing is that you get the rewards that are owed you for the work that you've done and you've given to the planet in order for us to get this far, and what you need to move forward. For these other people, the rewards that they're going to, the quote unquote sentencing, or the rewards they're going to get through sentencing, are the things that they set for you, that hangman energy, that building a gallows that they meant for you. Let's get some more information, please. Tarot. Yeah, as I do that, we have the Hanged Man and we have the Emperor. Okay? On the split. Hanged Man and the Emperor. That's the energy we're in, the Hanged Man, the sentencing. And the Emperor is a very interesting energy because, of course, it's the number 4, 1, 2, 3 on my clock, 123. It's the 4. It's the 4 frequency, right? That we keep seeing, the 4-4, which is also connected to the 4th house. But it's a very big energy. It's and the Emperor, not for nothing, is also the arrival of Aries, of the sun entering Aries and the node switching in Aries, which is a great time of coronation and dethroning of those who have tried to steal your crown. But I'm getting a double energy because the Emperor we're dealing with right now, we're dealing with the Emperor of the old world and we're dealing with the Emperor of the new world. This is like a face-off that we're dealing with right now. And the Hanged Man is interesting because the Emperor of the old world is about to be in the status of being like hung in the gallows, and the Emperor of the new world is about to rise up from that position because they've been sitting down there in the Hanged Man position the whole time, getting a new perspective. Knight of Swords, yeah. This is a violent, aggressive energy. And again, with the Swords energy, this is about mental confusion and creating chaos everywhere. The Knight of Swords has no chill, just comes in wielding that sword. And again, the sword is about the sword's suit in tarot is about power and power struggles, and mainly power struggles that have to do with those who think that they're above the rest and that they can get away with certain things. This Knight of Swords by the end of Pisces season is going to do himself in. We have the 10 of Cups at the bottom. The 10 of Cups is the energy we are headed into. Towards the 10 of Cups is the last decan of Pisces. Ten of Cups is Pisces energy. Knight of Swords is Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. You could be dealing with an Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, a Pisces, or you could be those things. Hidden enemies. Hidden enemies working together in groups. They're about to be dismantled. 9 of Pentacles. We have Virgo energy coming out here. 9 of Pentacles. I believe that the Virgo full moon will be at a 9 of Pentacles degree, because it will be the second decan of the sun in Pisces. So it will be 9 of Pentacles energy. Then we have 8 of Wands. Everything is picking up. We have the 4 of Wands at the bottom. Everything is like picking up right now, energetically speaking. Everything is about to pick up. And what these people don't realize, people, factions, energies, whatever, it's all like this. It's the same energy, whether it's coming through a person, a group. It's the same energy, presenting itself differently in all of our lives, but it's the same. At the root of it, it's the same energy. They are ushering in the light with the throwing of their dark. That's what many of them don't get. It's like the more that they throw this dark, the more they're ushering in the light, the more they're ushering in ascension, the more they're giving you back your power to wield your light, to further expose them, to further, tear down the old systems of the world. They are actually some of our greatest facilitators in helping the light come through stronger on this ascension. And they don't even know. Don't even know. Ooh, let's finish off with an empowering question. So if you guys have been feeling any kind of backlash, ground yourself, clear your energy, return to sender, and live in your joy. What gives me great joy? Live in your joy, because this is what they're really trying to steal. They're trying to steal your dream. Aquarius season, as crazy as it was there to give you back your dream, give you back your light. That's the energy of the star card, right? And they're trying now to steal your dream. They're trying to steal your hope in the dream that you've already been gifted. Oh, there's 3 that came. Is there something in my life that makes me forget time while I'm doing it? What is it? Yeah, this is again tuning into what brings you joy. What kind of advice on life would my old self give to my current self? This what I'm getting here is that this energy is wanting to take you into a place where you forget how far you've come. It's wanting to take you back into an old timeline where you weren't this person. And it's wanting to do it in the same time that you are this person. It's very tricky energy. It's wanting to make you think you're something you're not. You've graduated from this, but it wants to make you think that you haven't. It wants to give you like permanent imposter syndrome is kind of the best way I can describe it. It wants to take you back into a place where you believed the lies and you were living in self-deception because you hadn't accessed your light enough to be living in the frequency of truth. So in this sense, you're being asked to really focus on how far you've come. When those energies try to come, or when you start to doubt yourself or feel ashamed or anything that is not in alignment with your divine truth. And you'll know it's not in alignment with your divine truth. I say this to people all the time. I've been saying this to clients for years. The way you know something that you're thinking or feeling is not in alignment with your divine truth is because it will make you feel bad. And even when you do something and it makes you feel bad, it's still there for you to alter your own vibration and do what it takes in order to lift yourself back up, because that is not where you're supposed to live, right? So on my trusty vibrational scale, right? If you do something to hurt someone and you feel guilty about it and then ashamed, those energies are there to push you into a place of having enough love for yourself and that other person, that you go and you do what it takes to balance that energy. And when you do that, what you're doing is you're recalibrating your own vibration and you're bringing yourself back up into who you are divinely. You are love, right? What this energy wants to do is to keep you in that state. That's not who you are. And when you're feeling like you're staying in these energies, or they're coming out of nowhere, or you're going down memory lane and you're thinking these things about yourself that are putting you in states of shame or guilt or fear, taking you out of love, pulling you down on the vibrational scale, then you know that it's an attack. You know it's not you. You know it's a projection. You know it's an illusion. And you know you need to cast it off and remind yourself of who you are and who you really have always been and what you've been through and what the divine says about you, because you're chosen, for one thing. What have been the most defining moments that have helped shape my life? This is all about taking self-inventory about how far you've come and using that power whenever you forget, or whenever these illusions try to make you forget. Okay? So that's what I have for you guys. I hope that this reading was helpful and insightful. If it was, please make sure to hit the like button. I welcome you to subscribe if you haven't. Hit the notification bell if you want to know when I post. If you would like to donate to me, or you would like to send me a deck from my wish list, all of that information is below. If you would like to book me for my services, please check out my website, solarah.info, and then you can shoot me an email. I have no checkout service there because I want to know who's coming to me. If you would like to order the New Moon in Pisces PDF report, please check out the community board for how you can do that. And for any information around my Daily Alchemy membership portal on Instagram, please make sure to also check out my website. But I'm going to love you and leave you until next time, guys. I wish you everything beautiful under the sun. Be well.